All right. Hey guys. So this is my hot take on the recently concluded game between China and of course our Gilas Pilipinas team. Obviously we won and it was a very commanding win, 21 points. I don't have anything much to say about Jordan Clarkson, man. Like, he cooked, he was really cooking during that game, especially during the third quarter. What I noticed though is that the difference between the first 4 games and this particular game with China is that Jordan Clarkson was not, bringing down the ball. He was just chill. He was just, I don't know, a decoy of some sort during the first half. If you guys will notice, he just kept on passing the ball during the first half of the game. And that in itself gave him enough energy to actually, cook, during the third quarter up until the fourth quarter. And that obviously propelled us to a huge win over China. So I don't know, should this have been the strategy, prior to this particular game by the Gilas Pilipinas team? I mean, he was treated like an import, in the PBA. And when I say that, with complete objectivity, I felt that he was treated like an import during the first 4 games. Like, it's all Jordan Clarkson, isolation, Jordan Clarkson, bring down the ball, Jordan Clarkson, expected to score the ball as you bring down the ball, Jordan Clarkson, right? So the rotation was not really there. And this was really what was different with the China game. There was a lot of rotation, a lot of minutes for some of the other guys, rebounding, box out. And China was not the usual China, right? Out of focus. They were not responding well to the defense that we did. And again, I mean, Jordan Clarkson really helped us, helped Gilas Pilipinas. So what's next for Gilas, right? On an objective fan, right, like me, who is a fan of Gilas, of course. I love the Philippines. A fan of basketball, a fan of FIBA, the Olympics and whatnot. So what's next, right? I think what's next should be, going back to grassroots and coming up with a very robust plan on how we can really develop this particular team. I remember, I think it was yesterday, there was news already that Dwight Ramos is already begging off in the Asian Games, right? So, I mean, he wanted to focus. That's what he said, in the report. He wanted to focus on the B League, which is where he is affiliated currently with, right? And he wanted to make sure that he gets to have a very good season in the B League. So that was what he said, in the report. Am I surprised? Of course not. If you're a professional player and you signed a contract and you are an import in that particular country, you are expected to do well. And that's what Dwight is going to try to do, right? He has been doing it already in Japan, and he's going to continue doing it, I'm sure. So I'm just a little concerned because with Dwight, begging off the Asian Games, that would mean AJ Edu might beg off. I don't know. Again, this is just me, my thoughts. Kai Soto may beg off because he's also part of the B League. Not sure though with Red Sabando since he is affiliated in Korea, not in Japan. So I'm not sure when the KBL will actually start. But there. So and the Asian Games is this coming September, right? So again, we have to go back to the drawing board and really make sure that we're able to really get as much good players as we could. We won't be able to do the grassroots thing, with the Asian Games just nearing, right? But after the Asian Games, I think we really need to have a robust plan on how we can get everybody on board. I don't think it's just Chot Reyes. I don't think it's just the program or him not being able to gather the troops at a much earlier time. It's more, I believe, the sponsors as well. If you really love the game of basketball, you love Gilas Pilipinas, and you are going to do everything that you can, to help out, I believe this is the perfect time to do it, So I'm actually reaching out to SBP. I'm reaching out to MVP group and to the RSA group, San Miguel group. This should be a wake-up call for us. This World Cup league. This should be a wake-up call for us because it only, us losing, us not being successful, only comes to show that we are not united as a nation. Forget the ego, drop the ego, drop the pride, drop the idea who's better, RSA group, MVP group. Enough of that, man. Let's just give everything for our country. Let's just be patriotic at this point in time. To those who's bashing Chot Reyes, I mean, it's not just him. Don't just put it on the coach. It's everybody, right? So if we're all able to unite and really, put our very best, in this particular SBP program, we are gonna be more successful. Believe me. Enough of the comparison between Tal Baldwin and Chot or whoever, right? Enough of that. The question now is, what are we gonna do moving forward? Are we still going to let our ego and our pride get in the way of becoming successful as a nation? Or are we going to, set aside everything and work on helping one another? Right? That's the question. That's really the question that needs to be answered at this point in time. We have great players, okay? We have great players. Again, I want to emphasize that. But great players, okay, will not be enough if everybody from top to bottom is on board. So, again, think about it. Think about that idea. Again, I'm not trying to be a keyboard warrior here. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be someone who is a know-it-all, assuming guy. No. Again, just on my own point of view, as a Filipino, as someone who is a diehard fan of our nation, of our country. Not just Gilas, but really our country. Because, guys, as you look at their jerseys, What does it say? Pilipinas. Diba? Tayo yun eh. Pilipino. Pilipinas. Every move that our players do, the coaches, the staff, everyone, every move that they do is a reflection of our country, of our nation. So, I'm just coming from that standpoint. Hindi ako nagmamarunong. Okay? Alam ko marami nang nag-react, marami nang negative na nasabi. Right? Kaya lang, tama na yun. Tama na yung negativity. Anong gagawin natin moving forward? Paano natin mai-improve yung ating programa? Okay? So, again, some of you might agree, some of you might disagree. No one's perfect. Yun lang ang siguro isa pang lesson that we need to all learn. No one is perfect. But, more importantly, if you're not perfect, and we all know that, right? Lahat tayo hindi perfect. More importantly, what are you doing about it to be better? Anong ginagawa mo para mas maging mabuti kang tao? Mas magaling kang atleta? Mas magaling kang mas mabuti. Actually, mas mabuti and mas magaling kang citizen of this nation. Okay? Yun na lang eh. Tigilan na natin yung mga blame. Enough of the blame game. Okay? Focus tayo on what we need to do moving forward. Whatever that is, I don't know. We're not the governing body. Right? We're not the governing body. So again, my appeal to SBP, MVP Group, RSA Group, PBA even. Okay? Tama na politika. Tama na. Enough. It's about time that we help ensure that we're able to become successful or at least geared towards success. Tama na. Okay? Hindi nakakabuti eh. Think about this, guys. Think about this really quickly. Pinapakita sa screen, no? As Gilas Pilipinas is being announced. Pinapakita sa screen. Okay? Yung coach ng Gilas. Binubu ng Pilipino yung coach ng sarili nating team. Doon pa lang may problema na eh. Diba? Bakit? Ba't natin binubuo yung coach natin? Diba? Oh, I'm not pro-Chot here. I'm not saying that Chot is perfect. Again, sinasabi ko nga kanina pa eh. Walang perfect na tao. Okay? So, dun sa mga bumubu, okay? And aminin ko, parte din ako nun, na hindi rin maganda yung feedback ko kay Chot. Okay? Kaya lang, alam mo, ang realization ko dito is, it's not about who is right or wrong. It's about being able to get the nation on board, on the same page. Okay? Kasi to be honest, mahirap din yung trabaho ni Coach Chot. To be the leader of Gilas Pilipinas, it's a tough job. Okay? Win or lose, tough job. Grabe ang Pilipino in terms of criticism. Mapatama siya o mali. Diba? Hindi maganda yung idea na binubu natin yung sarili nating coach. May mali na doon pa lang. And again, it might not be Chot. It might be a political thing. Diba? So think about that. ang ano eh, I know we won, right? I know we won, but we're kung hindi tayo makitid ang isip, no? Kung hindi tayo close-minded and we look at the bigger picture, doon ka masasad eh. Doon ka ma-frustrate, doon ka ma-disappoint. May problema. Ang laki ng problema. One last time, I'm calling on all those organizations involved in putting Gilas Pilipinas together. Okay. SBP, MVP Group, RSA Group, the PBA. Tulungan naman natin yung mga atleta natin. Kasi they're giving it their all. And yet, hindi natin binibigay yung all natin. Tapos ito yung siguro yung saddest eh. On our own home floor, we are the hosts of a very prestigious basketball league, the FIBA World Cup. And yet, diba, yung pinakita natin, hindi maganda. Ay nako, anyway. Let me know in the comments below what you think, what you feel. Because let's have a discussion, let's have a conversation, guys. Okay? Salamat. Thank you for listening. Peace, guys. Stay safe.